common punch you're going to see in an altercation because, again, most people aren't trained boxers, kickboxers, or martial artists in general. You're going to see the wide looping haymaker, usually from the right side. Bang! So that's the right idea, right? So when you swing one of those, I'm going to block it, right? But, again, let's keep in mind, right now, I'm not a long-term trained martial artist like karate, kickboxing, or something. So my forearm might not be very conditioned where I can block it like a boxer or someone who's a practitioner of karate. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my hand out and I'm actually going to catch it with my flesh, the meaty part, right? And again, if this guy is 300 pounds and I'm 150 pounds, he swings that punch and I just stand there, even though I block it with the meaty part, it's going to smash my arm. So when he swings, I'm going to catch him with the meaty part, but I'm going to move and I'm going to drag him, right? Because I want him slightly out of balance. So that's the first thing you're going to do. He's going to throw it, catch it with the knee, I'm going to move, and I'm going to almost catch him like a hook as I drag him with me. Okay? So try that a couple times with each other.
Okay. So let's go through this again. So if I'm throwing this punch.
So it's almost like, like walk like an Egyptian.
Yeah, right? Yeah. And now you're going to step away from the pressure, so it's towards me, and you're going to hook and drag his tricep.
This?
Yeah, exactly, right? But as he throws it, just watch one more time. I catch it with the knee, my hook is going to come down, I'm going to step out of the way, but I'm going to switch my head and keep my eyes on him for now.
And you're kind of level changing too?
Exactly, to kind of like lower him, yes. To create more of a drag effect.
Try on me, I think you got it.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
So here and then so. I'm not
Yes.
using my thumb though.
No, because again, you get your thumb in the way, you smash your thumb. But I don't want you to catch his forearm, I want you to catch up here. Closer to his shoulder, the better. Okay. Yes. That's the idea.
And I'm not crossing my legs, I'm stepping
No,
like
just
this.
stepping and kind of turning your hips with it. Cool. Very good. Good. Now keep your eyes on him. Turn with him, right? Because you don't want him to go out of your line of sight because who knows what he does once he's out there. Ooh. Yes, that's the idea. Right?
Okay.
Okay, so both you try that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now step 2. So he throws his wide looping punch. I catch it with my hook, I come down, and I'm going to close the distance. So I'm bringing my arm under his arm, and I'm tying him up. I'm hugging him tight. I'm keeping my ear on his chest. I'm pulling his elbow in, because now he can't take any big punches here, right? So try and hit me. Yeah, he's kind of tied up here. So I want to keep him tied up. Of course, not going to be able to keep him there forever, but it's just our staging area, right? Right before we take the fight to the ground. So again, he throws his punch. Oh, one more time, a little short. Oh. So he throws a punch, I catch him with the knee, I hook, I turn, and I tie him up and I grab my underhook. Alright? Try that next 4 times.
I'll do it, yeah. And then
Underhook. So get your arm, and yeah, put it right there. Good.
okay. Would you call that a clinch or would you call it
Yeah, it's a clinch,
like
right?
tying up with your
Yeah, you're tying him up, you're clinching, you're grabbing him.
Okay. I'll try it on you.
Yeah, his hand. And now reach to the underhook and put your right ear on his chest. Yes, stay nice and close. Pull him in, pull him in. Bring me in. Yeah, pull him in. I tap.
Alright, I'm gonna try it again.
Yes, that's the idea. Okay, cool. So here's where we bring the fight to the ground. We're going to do a throw called a nogoshi. Right? So he throws his punch, I block it, I tie him up. So I'm going to open a little bit of space here, and I'm going to put my hips in front of his hips. I'm going to put my feet in between his feet. I don't want to put my legs wide because remember, if this person is bigger than me, like he's 300 pounds, I'm 150 pounds, I throw him on my leg, the knee breaks, I have a very long recovery process, and maybe he still beats me to death. So I keep my feet close together in between his feet. I bend over,
bend my knees, I lift with my hips, I turn and look away, and I hold. I don't let him go, because I don't want him to run away and get back up. Right? So that's the Yogoshi. So again, he throws a punch, I catch it, I hook it, I grab it. I step, turn, hips in, feet together, bend the knees, lift my hips, turn them away, and now he's on the ground. And I go, and if you do that full speed, knee on belly.
Yeah. If you do that on full speed, you're gonna knock the wind out like that.
Yes. If not knock him out cold, right? If possible. And then the knee on belly is just to keep him in final position. Yeah. You want to try it on me or?
You try first.
Okay. Good. Hips in, feet together. So more hips, more hips, more hips, more hips. No, not down, towards me. Yes, now lift and turn. And there, knee on belly. That's it.
That felt, it's cool because you're in like a kind of squat.
Yes,
So
right?
he doesn't feel as heavy because
Exactly, that's the point, right? Because remember, if I'm a 120-pound woman and you're a 180-pound man, I'm not going to be able to just lift you with muscle, right? So I have to use very good like leverage in position. So I go under and I push up with my legs and my hips because remember, even a woman can like deadlift 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Possible, right? So, whoop. Your strongest muscles are in your legs. Yeah.
And I want you to try to, on the other field, on this side. So there's that here, and then what was the next step?
So reach with your underhook.
Underhook.
Good. Now put your butt in front of him. Right? But try and keep your shoulder under his armpit. So don't let your arm drag out. Okay? Right? So more hips, more hips, more hips.
Yeah.
So one,
Flip me over.
yes, now go and turn towards me. Yeah, and now knee on belly. Good. So what I want you to do when you do your knee on belly is bring this foot up. So bring that knee down and post on that foot. Like this. Right? So you cannot push your weight on him. You want 80% of your weight hitting him and only 20% of the weight on your foot so you can follow him and start to move. Okay? Do that one more time each. Good. Feet together, yes. Good.
It should be all one motion if you get it right. Almost.
In a movie.
Okay.
In reality, it's going to be a struggle, right? Yeah, right? Remember, you're going to be under stress, anxiety. It's not going to, usually not going to happen that beautiful boom, perfect, right? No, you're going to grab him. You might be wrestling him towards like a wall, right? And then, okay, I get my hips in that throw him. It's not going to look picture perfect in a real fight, right? If you can get it picture perfect in a real fight, fuck, that's awesome.
But reality is messy, is what I'm.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Yes. And then knee on belly. Good. So stay right there. So bang. I throw him. No, just it. Yeah. So bang. You throw him. You land in this knee and belly right here. Now this man attacked you. And if I just try and get up and call it a day, he might get up and attack me. So I gotta, I gotta make it count. So we're here. Bam, bam, bam. Ground and pound. He's gonna cover up his face. And that's gonna allow me to advance my knee into mount, where I'm going to continue pounding 3 more strikes, right? The most common reaction you're going to get from an untrained person is they're going to cover up their face and they're going to turn away from you. So I'm moving with him, he's exposing his back. I slip my hand under, hand on the bicep, slide the hand behind the head, and I squeeze until the tap.
Someone's starting to tap to the.
You're the rear naked choke.
It's crazy because even the knee on belly is almost enough pressure to tap me out. Like I can't.
Yeah, for people who don't,
Yeah,
who are not used to it as well.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do it on you just so he can see from the outside. So boom, I throw him. We end up in knee on belly. I throw my strikes, bang, 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 make him cover up. So now I know he's not gonna push my knee or anything.
I slide over into mount. 3 more strikes, he's covering up his face, he's overwhelmed. He makes the mistake of turning over, and I let him go. I'm gonna slide my arm under the chin. I wanna line up my elbow with the chin as best possible. Hand on the bicep, other hand slides behind his head, and I squeeze for the tap.
Stay there. I'll try it on you. So this is the knee.
Yeah. So here strikes, bang, bang, bang. Now you can slide your knee over. 3 more.
Boom, boom.
And now he turns, he starts to turn. You move with him, exactly. He goes belly down. Slide the elbow nice and deep. So, and then squeeze, pulling or pushing. You're eliminating space and then squeezing. It's like a
Cinching motion.
So watch. You'll keep going like this and then squeeze.
Tying a knot on his neck.
Yeah. Your turn.
Okay.
This man just assaulted you. You have to get him back.
And knee on belly.
Good. So post that foot. Remember, you want him carrying your weight. Yes. And now strike. Bang, bang, bang. Slide the knee over into mount. 3 more. He turns over. Get your.
This should be.
Yeah. So grab your bicep, and now slide the back of your. Not the. I want the back of your hand behind his head, because you can push him down like a karate chop to create more pressure. And now squeeze. There it is. Good. One more time each. Yeah, move with him, move with him. Yeah, that's it. Back of your head behind his head.
Oh, so.
Yeah, like that. That's even better. Yes. Good. Switch. Yeah, no, roll. Yeah, move with him. Yes. Good. Are you left-handed?
No.
Or you just prefer to choke with the left side?
I guess.
Cool.
Yeah.
Works.
No. Seems more natural.
Yeah, you'll get
Doesn't matter.
different people have different preferences. Cool. Alright, that's lesson number 1. Nice and simple, right? It shows you defending from the punch, getting the fight to the ground, ground and pound, which again is a very important reality of jiu-jitsu, like when you actually have to fight, right? And then being merciful at the end, because once he goes belly down, you can continue to pound, but no, you're going to be the more humane person. You finish it with a choke, he goes to sleep, and then you have 30 seconds to get your lead to get away.
To call your lawyer. So, if that happened in the street, who is legally in the fault or whatever? Like the guy who swings the first punch is.
It depends what country you're in.
Oh.
In Canada, I think the second you put them on the ground and you choke them out, you've broken the law of equal force. So they might, depending on the police that call and the judge you get, you might still be in trouble, right? But if you're defending your life, fuck it, do it and then get away. Just leave it, right? Don't wait around.
The guy that threw the punch, it's self-defense at that point, right?
Yeah, but in my personal opinion, you do not have to wait for the first punch for an altercation or fight to begin. When someone aggresses towards you, it's on, because remember, it's like that first punch, you don't know if there's something in his hand, right? So if someone's aggressive towards you and they're getting in your space and you feel you have to defend yourself, you have to hit them first or take them down. It's like, in my opinion, it's like, that's the value of your life, man, right?
When someone throws that punch, like that, what's the preference there for like to block it and then go instead of just like double leg or one single leg?
Oh, there's a million different things you can do, right? But this is the simplest thing, because most people, especially in reality, is like, don't know the mechanics of a shot, of course, right?
Yeah.
And plus, like, think about it. Okay, walk with me to the window.
What's out there on the ground? Concrete. Right? So, do you want your knees hitting the pavement?
Right, true.
Or do you want to get sprawled on your face and hit the pavement?
That's true.
Right? So, again, like,
It's a bit
it's like,
safer to use
it's like the gym, reality, there's different kind of place for things. Now, there's standing shots you can take, but that's hard too, right? If I'm again a 300-pound guy, to shoot, pick him up and lift him in this position is hard, right? It's like, it might be better to get my hips in, or trip him, something like that, right? There's other ways to bring people down, or just stomp him in the nuts, and when he hits the ground, choke him out, right? There's more than one way to skin a cat.
So from here, what do I want?
Well, one person should probably pull guard, right?
That's usually good enough.
What should I do first?
You got to pass now. That's it. Up, on your feet, passing that. Keep that knee in, Albert. Keep that right knee in, Get your hips, escape your hips towards me, and get your knee in, yes. Use your left hand to push his left shoulder away. Yeah, try to keep your feet in between it. Turn towards him, yes, try to come up on top. So, how the turntables. Yeah, palm down, palm up, yes, and slide it in, yes. You probably want to keep your head up and try and rip that right hand off or his left hand off of your lapel. He's going to start choking you mercilessly, and you'll slip into the shadow realm. Good? Head up. 2 hands on his grip and rip it off. Yeah. Head up. Keep your posture. Right? Control one sleeve with both your hands and stand up. Rip it off again. Now, one sleeve, both your hands. Both your hands on one arm. 2 on one. Now stand up. Stand all the way up. Yes, now use one hand to push his leg down. Push his leg, open that guard. It's open. Watch your arm. Keep your head in between. He's gonna murder you. Oh, come up. Push that arm in. Keep attacking his arm. Head up. You're in a triangle. Head up, bum down. Head up, bum down, Albert. Bum down, head up. Your bum down, your head up. Put your legs over him. And push yourself away. Push his knee away from your head. Head up. Get your head away from him. Use your feet to push him away. Make space. Yes. Put both hands in between his legs. Use your feet to make space. Bring your right leg over and keep him away from you.
He's tired already.
So once you're like stuck in that position, it's hard to. You've already lost so much.
Gotta use your feet.
Yeah. Keep them away so you can keep your head up. Right? You want to make space.
Posture up.
Yeah.
So what do you think about breathing? How important is breathing? What's your approach with that? Breath and control.
Well, when people are new, they're going to breathe heavily because they're stressed out and they don't really know what they're doing. And I feel like naturally, the longer you've been doing an art, the more relaxed you get. You breathe through instead of being like, right? It's like you can tell people, focus on your breathing, calm down. Sometimes it may work, but this person feels like they're being assaulted, they're new, so they're going to be stressed out, right? It's like, I feel like the longer you do it, it's not necessarily that you get better cardio, you get better at managing stress, right? It's like when you watch the UFC, right? And 2 guys who train months to be here in this fist fight, and 1 guy gets tired. I don't think that's a matter of cardio, because this guy's been training fucking months for this. He knows what's happening. It's who's better at dealing with stress, and sometimes because he had like shitty things going on in his life, the crowd, he's in front of his home crowd, he's in front of the away crowd, right? There's so many different factors, and it's there sometimes who manages stress better, right? It's like you find those guys that are so relaxed and calm, like Prince Nazim.
fucking just like, they had no care in the world. And if you go, lose, right? And then you
this shit.
yeah.
I guess it just takes a long time to like understand the new
Yeah.
dimension there. It's like 3D chess. You don't do the body triangle, you just keep the arms.
You can do the
Just
body
a
triangle.
preference thing.
It's not. I do it a lot. Nogi, the body triangle.
Oh, get the friction.
Interview mixed roll.
Yeah, well, I'm curious about all this. I need a commentary after the fact.
Got it. Not gonna struggle anymore.
It was over the chin, but it's still kind of like it's like a blood choke, right?
Yeah. Come on, one more. Okay.
He's not giving you any freebies.
Yeah, you're good.
Look, guys.
Yeah, it feels like when you're a kid and like a big kid comes and is like, stop hitting yourself. Like you feel just like totally powerless and like I feel like a fucking like a child, you know, getting thrown around.
But that's what I like about it. It's like I don't know what I'm doing, so it's like it's new. That's the cool thing.
Now that I'm starting to learn a little bit, as soon as he does something, I'm just like, okay, I know I'm fucked now. I don't think there's any coming back from this. Like, it's just prolonging the inevitable.
Yeah. Are there certain positions where it's like it's over from here? Like there's no real out.
There is a defense.
Like a checkmate kind of.
There's a
for my
defense
skill.
to everything, right?
Yeah.
Right? So it depends on number one, your technique, and then your willpower as well.
Well, you just fucking opened Pandora's box because you had like this motherfucker's grabbing my belt. I didn't even see that before. I didn't know. So I'm like, oh, and then boom.
Yeah? Anything that's attached to them.
That's cool. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So what, for me, like going back into this now on, what's like the one, if you had like one piece of advice, of course there's many, but like, is it like keep a big base or like get a good guard or like, what should I work on? What's the first area you should?
I think the most important thing for learning is whatever they're teaching in class, try to do that move against everyone you roll with. Because the move you just learned, everyone knows it's coming.
Right.
And if you can still hit it when people know it's coming, it becomes a real move. Right? And that's how you add that move to your repertoire. You always only do what you're good at, you're never going to grow that much. Right? You're going to have one very, very sharp tool maybe. Right? And if someone knows how to defend that, or can avoid situations that lead to that, you're fucked. Right? So, of course, you do want to have the things that you can always rely on, but you have to build everything outside that box as well. Right? So,
That should
always,
be like a last.
yeah, like, and that's like, when I really started to pick up, like, jiu-jitsu, like, under Martin, and I really began to advance, is when, like, every time he taught something, that's the main move I was going for in rolling. Right? Because there are things I was already good at, but it's like, it's like when you, like, imagine in an RPG, right? When you have, like, level 20 fucking, like, swordsmanship, right? To get to level 21 is a grind, right? So from punch one, it's going to be a long grind, right? So to even get like that much better at your like sharpest tool can be very long time. Where all these other stats at level 1, you can like level them up massively really quick just by focusing on them. It's like, oh, it's like this only takes 10 XP to now I got 4 defense, right? So whatever you're learning in class for that period of time, focus on doing that, because then it'll become a part of your toolbox, right? And if you can do it on people that know it's coming, man, imagine doing it on people that have no idea what the fuck you do.
True.
Right? So yeah, I think the biggest thing when it comes to learning jiu-jitsu is like, when you're learning in class, always try to pull that off your own.
But the key is like, stay consistent and go to the class first.
Yeah, right.
Just like learn those specific things.
No one gets better at something by not doing it, right?
I think watching video and stuff only gets you like an idea of it.
Yeah, and that's a part of it. That's an
It's
important
a lot
part.
Play the heel.
Turn, keep turning. Yeah, slide your head deep in that collar. Head up. 2 hands on the one sleeve and stand up. All the way up, back straight, all the way up, like you're doing a deadlift. Back straight. You don't need to kick them up. You just need to come up. Bum down, head up, like you're doing a deadlift. Yeah, there it is. Recover your bottom knee, yeah. Yes. Feet on the hips, balloon. Feet on the hips. Him or me? I was talking to him. Head up, bum down, head up. Sit on your heels. Put your knees on the ground, sit on your heels. You're going to get swept. Yeah. Get those hands in. Come up first. Whoever comes up first is going to be the champion. Head up, bum down, head up. Your head's down. You're going to get attacked that way. Bum down, head up. Yeah. Break off that grip. Yeah. Put your feet on his hips. And push them over your head. Both feet. Go over that grip. Reach deeper in that lapel. Keep getting deeper in that lapel. Feet on the hips. Yeah, hold it.
Reset.
Take it back. Hooks. Protect your neck. Both hands, protect your neck. Back in the sit up. Cover that knee. Good. Go to north south. On top, going north-south. Focus on the position first. Position first. Position first, yes.